So what was communication like with your bio family all throughout this, and what is it still like? Did you talk on the phone? Did you had visits with grandpa, but that was it, right? And nobody else. Can you talk about your relationship with your bio family during that time? How your foster adoptive family acted about it, how that made you feel?
I feel like it was never told to us that we couldn't have communication with anybody. Like it was never like, oh, you can't talk to them, blah blah blah. Like we definitely had our own views and we were able to do what we wanted. However, I feel like our mom, especially like dad too, but definitely prompted the situation. Like, okay, well, think about it this way, or make sure you do that. Like just having a different perspective on it almost, because obviously you're your own person. Like you just think one way, but if you have all these other perspectives, then maybe you'll go at it at a different way. So that way, if someone were to reach out and say something weird, you're like, okay, well, what should I do about this? So you, I don't know, like know how to respond better. I feel like communication with our dad, grandpa, like as we were going through it, was like it was pretty consistent for the most part until we got older and we kind of broke off communication just because he was saying stuff that was manipulative and it was just making us feel sad and stuff all the time, which like I'm not here for that at all. So like we just kind of cut off.
Call ended in tears.
Yeah, for
So
no
how
reason.
did your family, the Woodruffs, react to that, and did that help or not? Because some people are going to adopt a kid and don't want them to have any kind of communication, and even if they think it's for protection, what would you say to them? Because that's a really hard decision as your parents. You want to protect them, but you guys are older now, but going through, I feel you always knew you had the right to talk to them if you wanted to, but some people may disagree with that and they think it's for protection. What would you say to them?
So my opinion, so first, as far as the Woodruffs, even after bad phone calls or whatever, they always left it up to our decision. Again, they would talk to us and be like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Like, might want to take a break, et cetera, et cetera." But the ultimate decision was up to us. As far as the other question, I personally think it would be wrong to cut off communication from biological parents because it's their parents. With that being said, though, if it's that bad of a situation, there can be supervised phone calls. If it gets too much, then you can hop in. But I don't think completely not allowing a child to talk to their mom or dad or whoever it is. Um, I don't know. I just don't think that it's really fair.
I also don't want that foster kid, maybe adoptive kid, like whatever happens, to build resentment against their new parents because they're maybe have been thinking like, oh, well, mate, like my bio mom, like how is she, like what happened, like you know what I mean, like they're always gonna try to contact them regardless. So it's either gonna be they're mad at you when they try to find them themselves, or you have kept up that communication and they're able to easily access it. However, you do need to be alert because bio parents act crazy. So they're definitely going to try to say some stuff that wasn't true or like try to manipulate said kid. Like you just have to be careful, but I definitely think it should still be okay to at least have phone calls or something, or just checking in with text messages or something.
Speaking of, what is your relationship now, or has it been over the years with your bio family, siblings?
For a while, I just didn't talk to any of them because they were all like super manipulative, and I felt like they had weird vibes towards me and Kiyanna. Like they just always acted weird and reacted weird to certain things. And like they would only text us like on our birthdays or on Christmas or just weird stuff, or like liking my mom's Facebook post. Like why? That's kind of weird. Over time, like I've started talking to Layla, who was the oldest that we mentioned a little bit ago, because we play a game on my Nintendo Switch together. So like we've been talking about that, and we'll like help each other in the game and stuff like that. And so because of that, we have been communicating more over time. She came to our graduation party as well, so I mean that was cool to see her because we hadn't seen her in a long time. So we saw her then. Our bio mom, we didn't really talk to like almost ever, and then like recently, she's been like reaching out. I still don't know how to react to it, but she like will text me like every day, like, "Oh hi, how's your day?" And I'm like, "Cool," but like, where were you back in the day? Like, why are you just randomly texting my phone? Like, I don't understand. So
I mean, it's about the same. Like, at first, me and Alayla used to talk a lot, but then I had to limit it because we would argue a lot. So, limited that. Same thing, biological mom started, talking to us a lot more, how's your day? Hope you have a good day. Stuff like that. And we're thinking about going for a visit just to, like, talk and, find out at least as much as we can about what actually happened. Unfortunately, our grandfather died, so we're not going to get the entire truth. But hopefully we can get a little bit of clarity, at least from her side.
So even at 20, you
Yeah.
still have unanswered questions, right?
You think it's over, but it's never really over.